We've got a Super Bowl on Sunday. What are you feeling? Who do you like?
It's funny. I've been asked that a couple times this week. My feeling is, can this game end in a tie? That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, not for Eagles fans or Patriots fans, but I'm certainly not rooting for anybody. Personally, I played with Doug Peterson. He was my quarterback, one of my quarterbacks, my rookie year in Cleveland. We went through 6 of them that year, so it was a tough
Wow,
for
another great year.
It wasn't my fault that our quarterbacks kept getting hurt, but I played with Doug.
Good guy?
Yeah, great dude.
Yeah.
Awesome dude. So, I'd be happy for him to be able to bring that home. There's some good guys on that team. Got to know Chris Long a little bit. I'm kind of pulling for them a little bit. Their offensive line has been phenomenal all year long, so I've had a lot of fun breaking down their run game. I don't know if the city of Philadelphia could handle that. The city might be gone if they win.
Very good point.
But I'll say this, I would never pick against Tom Brady in a Super Bowl unless Eli's playing him. When you look at what he's done, just think about last year. That was it. It was a wrap. It was 28-3. He had no shot, and then somehow he orchestrates this unbelievable comeback. So I think Tom Brady, especially in big games, he's always played well. A couple years ago against the Seahawks, he marched right down. They were the number 1 ranked defense in the NFL that year. Marched right back, game-winning drive. It's pretty remarkable what he's done. So I think it's going to be a good game. I think Philly, I think the Eagles are actually a better team if you kind of just go side by side, comparison. But Brady is the equalizer.
How about Belichick being the equalizer? Because I don't know if you've seen it yet, the 2 Bills.
I haven't seen it yet.
Which is premiering tonight at 9 on ESPN. I'll tell you what, Shaun, you're more impressed by what a genius is. Genius in football. I'm not saying he's like Albert Einstein, but the things he knows in football and the adjustments that he makes, it's just amazing.
He's remarkable. I can't wait to watch that. I'm sure it's one of those things where it ends and you're like, man, I wish it was
you want more.
Absolutely.
You're ready for the sequel as you walk out of the theater kind of thing. And the crazy thing, though, is, to your point, like what you were kind of saying about the genius of how you teach players. The one thing that I kind of realized just in playing, it doesn't really matter what you know as a coach. Do your players understand that? Can you translate that? Can you teach them? You are a teacher. And it's not about memorization. If you get players that are memorizing plays, you're done. And he said it on the Football Life when he was on the boat with Jimmy Johnson. You can't win with dumb players. Give me a smart guy over a talented guy any day. That's what Bill has realized, Belichick. And he's done a great job. Every year we see them plug in, bringing new spokes to the wheel. And those guys fit in, they buy in. That's really, to me, why he's to be commended. He's phenomenal. But he doesn't win all those rings without Brady.
Does Brady win all those rings without him?
Brady would be in the game.
Really?
I think Brady would still.
You think Brady's more important than Belichick to this?
Yeah.
Wow, we don't hear that every day.
I think Brady, because I don't think, they might get to the championship game without Brady, once every 4 years, but you're not going to be in the AFC championship game every single year without a guy like Tom Brady.
But if Tom Brady was with a hack coach, he's not going to the Super Bowl 8 times.
I think he's that good.
Wow.
And really, it's the fact that Tom Brady has been running the same offense pretty much his whole career, basically. So,
but doesn't that tie more back into Belichick?
Well, it ties into, look, it's all, it's together. It's the chicken and the egg. But the fact that Brady's been in the same system this whole time, so you could say, if you put him on another team has he been running that system for 14 years? Then, I think he's still going to be as successful as he is now if he's paired with kind of the same mindset, the same play calling. He hasn't had to really change any of the language since he's been there. So that is so huge. I was in Cleveland. We went my second year. We brought in Bush Davis, a whole new offense. That's hard. It's hard to, you feel like you're behind the 8 ball because you're trying to figure out, is this a run play, is this a pass play, are we going right or left? The Patriots are talking about, this is how they've played us every single time we ran this play. We're going to tweak this, and we're going to. They're tweaking little things, So I think Brady's phenomenal, and I think at his age, you think about Jordan, how great he's been. Brady is better at 40 than he's ever been. Jordan wasn't good at 40. A lot of to be this good at his age, it's remarkable.
What's so strange about this dynasty, Shaun, is that every Super Bowl goes right down to the end. Even the 49ers in their dynasty, they beat the Broncos 55-10. They don't have a blowout on their resume. So as dominant as they are, as consistent as they are, why does it always seem to come down to the end in the Super Bowl?
I think the Patriots, having been there, they have that experience, but they are able to turn it up another couple notches. They don't panic. So many times you see a team get down. I mean, look, the Vikings, when that pick six happened with Philly, and then they went down and scored, they were down 47. You could feel the air just kind of leaving that stadium. They were like, well, you know what? They didn't have the experience and the confidence to say, hey, we'll get back in this. We don't know how, but we'll get back into it. So that aspect of it, it's the confidence, but it's also Brady just being able to figure out, what are you guys doing? And the coaching aspect, and I haven't seen the Bill and Bill, but I know one of the things Belichick always says is the team that wins will be the team that adjusts better. That's kind of one of his things. Who makes the better adjustments?
We had David Deal on yesterday. He said that they made great adjustments against you guys at halftime, and you guys had to sit back and go, now we have to adjust to that. And you see they really do adjust at halftime all the time.
Yeah, I probably didn't catch all that because I was too busy changing my sweaty pants and stuffing orange slices down my mouth. So
really?
I don't know what we did at halftime. But
what did Coughlin say before the game? I mean, what's the speech that you give before a game where you're not favored to win? What did he say?
Yeah,
what do you think Peterson says?
I remember that one like it was yesterday. And Tom was always big on his stats, and you win the turnover battle.
Right.
If you win the turnover battle at home, you win 82% of the time. And he kind of had these keys to victory. And as the season went on, it went from like 5 to 7 keys. By the end of the year, it was like 2 pages. That was always what he did on Saturday night. We'd show the highlight. Everybody get jazzed up. You're ready to play football. Then he would show this, and you could hear everybody kind of like going, trying to get comfortable in their seat because they knew they weren't going anywhere for a while. Tom put all that away
On the Super Bowl.
the night before the big game. And he said, he just talked to us man to man. He told us he loved us. He talked about the personal aspect of the Super Bowl. And it really, I think it hit me. I'm pretty sure it hit everybody. Just how big winning that game and being in that game is for everybody. Not just for you, but for your family members, your brothers and sisters, your teammates you played in college, your high school teammates, from everybody in the building, the equipment guys, the trainers, the secretaries. Everybody is experiencing that together, and how significant it is in your life.